ribbit. Greetings, my Anurians. Today's analysis is going to be a bit shorter than usual and more straightforward, as I do wish to devote some time to reviewing the Kingdom Rush challenge between me and Functional Function that we recently collaborated on. Anyways, the next enemy in the series to address is known as Marauders. Let's go ahead and get started. I actually believe that Marauders are quite similar in appearance to some of the brutes from the game Castle Crashers. It's possible they got their inspiration from there, considering the game was released in 2008, almost 3 years before the first edition of Kingdom Rush was out on Flash. Like the bandits and brigands, they enjoy plundering and robbing helpless people, so their motivation for participating in the attack on Lineria and the citadel of King Dennis is pretty clear. They thought he was easy prey, but that didn't turn out to be the case whatsoever. The most effective strategy for killing the Marauders would be mid to high level mages. Musketeers also work fairly well considering their high damage output per shot, and let's not forget the fact that Marauders rarely come out alone and are almost always accompanied by armored enemies such as Dark Knights, Brigands, and Orcs. Actual best bet as far as the best tower for dealing with them, besides mid to high level mages, if you want to invest a little bit more gold than usual, would be Sorcerer Mages, given the fact that they can lower the enemy's armor rating. Moving on from that, let's quickly recap the historic events of what went down between me and Functional Function. Basically, I challenged him to pick 3 random levels inside of Kingdom Rush Vengeance to play on impossible difficulty. He chose Odal's Farm, Lightseeker Camp, and Frozen Rapids. We determined that any heroes or towers we wanted to use would be allowed, excluding Ice Cult, Merglin, and Barrisad. However, we could not sell any towers that we placed down. Additionally, there would be 3 factors for determining who won on each level: how much gold was saved, how many lives were left, and how much time was spent. This led to some fiercely contested battles, resulting in not 1 but 2 levels where we tied. It all came down to Lightseeker Camp, and as I'd already completed my run, it fell on Functional Function to break the streak and pull out a decisive victory. Things could have gone very wrong for him considering how many lives he had left at the end of his attempt, yet ultimately, his bold strategy paid off handsomely, and I respect him a lot for that. Part of being a strong player in any game means you need to be willing to take risks when you have to, which he did. Going into this challenge, I honestly had no clue what to expect from Functional Function in terms of how well he would do on each level. I assumed he was reasonably knowledgeable about the game to the point that he'd be able to give a good effort on each level, and he definitely didn't disappoint in that regard. But to be honest, after watching his video on Odal's Farm, I knew that I had bitten off a little bit more than I could chew, and that I would have a real fight on my hands as a result of my invitation to this challenge. Although I lost, honestly, I'm just happy that I was able to collaborate with Functional Function. It was a fun time and a good opportunity to network with a fellow Kingdom Rush YouTuber. You might remember from having watched my 100 subs special episode, what I envisioned as far as a goal for making progress and growth on my channel. This is the exact kind of thing I was talking about earlier, and I look forward to being able to collaborate, hopefully, with more of you in the future. This is Pollux the Wise, and I'll see you all in the next YouTube video.